Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Kara Corey here, and before I head on into this video, I'm not doing my normal intro for this one, and some of you may know exactly why, and some of you may be completely in the dark. So I didn't think it'd be appropriate to start this video without at least addressing some of what's taken place since I last posted my unboxing video for the Buffbunny collection that's coming out this month. I just want to share a brief background so that people hopefully aren't confused, even though some of you may be confused. I don't know. It's been a really confusing week. It's been a rough week in the world of Buffbunny collection and some of the athletes. So this launch was originally slated to be called the Story Collection, and it was a collaboration with another influencer, of whom you'll notice in my unboxing, I don't know her. I didn't know her. I still don't know her. I'm not going to act like I do, nor am I going to sit here and bash any party involved. What I will say is after that collaboration was announced, there were some strong voices in the Buffbunny collection community who had an awareness of this influencer and some of her past, her family's past. Some of these things were kind of intertwined, and it really triggered the community in a way that felt very hurtful and didn't feel right and just didn't sit right with a lot of people to see this collaboration happening. There was some communication going back and forth between the team and the customers who were very concerned and just bringing up their concerns and why they want it to be heard and why things bothered them. So after some time and consideration, the team did post a quick statement on their Instagram notifying everyone that they were adjusting the name of this collection to the Story of Motherhood, and they were removing this influencer off the collection. I feel a lot more comfortable with that decision based on the little bit that I heard from the community. Again, I don't know her. I don't know her story, nor do I have time or am I going to dive on into that. I do feel like the team, from what I know, made the right decision, at least removing her from this collection. I will say the collection is still happening. It's still here. She's not associated with it. So if you're concerned that you want to shop the launch, but you don't want to support a particular person, you won't be. So yes, in a nutshell, there were changes made due to the severity of, I don't want to say allegations, but just information, dark information that came forward, and the team made the decision to remove her from this collection, but to carry on with still having the collection. The name has been changed to the Story of Motherhood, and it's no longer a collaboration. So I just want to be very clear on that. If you were someone who had feelings on that, or maybe you don't know what I'm talking about, but it was a week of a little bit of back and forth in terms of the team figuring out what direction they were going. I wasn't even sure if I was going to do this review. Things just got uncomfortable, but I am here today as a Buffbunny collection athlete with a brand that I love, a brand that I support, and a lot of pieces within this collection that I want to talk about. So I'm here today to discuss those pieces, to give you my review on them, my honest review, my honest thoughts and feedback. There's some pieces I absolutely love, and there's some pieces that I absolutely do not love. I know some of you have your feelings towards this launch and don't want to shop it, and I respect that. And I'm not here to pressure anyone, and I'm not here to turn a blind eye to what occurred either in terms of the collaboration. But I still know that there's an audience that wants to know about the pieces and wants to shop them. And there was no pressure on my end to have to do this review. I made the choice myself, and I still wanted to move forward and talk about the actual pieces. I'm not going to go into the collection, the theme, and all of that. I just want to talk about the pieces and my love for activewear and what I love and what I'm not loving about this June collection. No pressure on my end ever to shop any launch, ever. If you do want to shop the launch and you want to support me and you want to support my family, the way you can do that is using code KARA at checkout when you shop Buffbunny. Anytime you choose to shop, it's going to get you 10% off, and that does support me and my family. I do earn commission every time you shop. If you don't want to shop the launch, that's okay too. Make sure you like the video, subscribe here, watch my videos. That supports me as well. There's other brands I'm affiliated with. If you want to support me in other ways, head on down to my description box. I've got a lot of links below. I also do still run a Discord that is very much engaged with our love for Buffbunny collection. So if you are someone who loves the brand or still wants to be part of a Discord to discuss the brand and other things that I'm involved with, fitness, ghost lifestyle, grounds up, fashion, beauty, all of the things, feel free to join. We've got that link down in the description box for you. This time, let's move forward with the review and talk about these pieces that are launching on June 14th. Normal launch times apply, so that's 2 p.m. EST for me. I am still gonna do a live on YouTube prior in my normal time frame. I just want to be present. I want to invite you to grab a drink, grab a beverage, and come spend the afternoon with me. And if you have questions about the pieces in this launch, come join me. Or if you just want to be in a positive space, in a positive community, and kind of bring that community feel back together, feel free to join with no pressure to shop. Just if you're thinking that you need some community feeling, some support and positive energy, that's the vibes that I'm going to be giving off. And I will go live on YouTube 2.5 hours early before launch goes live to hang out, answer any questions about these pieces in particular, and just kind of bring back our love for, what brought us all here together in the first place. So as normal, I will have all the items I am reviewing down in the description box. I did get a big haul in this collection. This launch moving forward, we're actually allowed to go above our PR minimums and use our own money to purchase stuff. So I did purchase quite a bit because I really wanted to have a nice, well-rounded, detailed review for you all. So I'm gonna go through everything I got here today, which is mostly the entire collection, with the exception of just like a couple things that were running late, but everything's down in the description box, timestamps included. If you're not familiar with me, I am normally an extra small across the board in all Buffbunny collection pieces. However, I am always here to help every single body size figure out what may or may not work for you, tell you sizing information. I don't just speak to my body, as I realize I do not represent the standard body, and I'm well aware of that. I'm here to help each and every body. So any questions on any pieces that I may not cover for you, feel free to throw them down into the comments, as I always do go through and try to answer each and every one of you. I am 100% a pink girl in my pink girl era, if you have not noticed. Within this launch, we do have one print, that is the gingham print. I'm wearing it right now. She's coming in pink and red. And then we have a really nice display of different colors that are really giving us spring, summer vibes, with some throwback colors like Rainwater Blue, Lucky Charm, a new color called Indigo Shadow. It's like a deep blue color. We have Return of Salsa Red, which I'm super happy about. So the way I went through this review was kind of in order of color, not necessarily pieces, and my heart just really spoke to the pinks and the reds, but let's dive on into everything. The first item we're going to talk about is the Ivy Wrap Sports Bra. I have it in both the pink gingham as well as Lucky Charm. This is a returning sports bra. We did see this first last year, I want to say in the boyfriend collection. And so the only major change that has been made on this bra, previously there were some complaints about back here on the straps, like down where it connects there, it was like a little itchy. I didn't have it with one of mine, but the next Ivy Wrap bra I got, I did notice that, where I almost didn't want to wear it because I was always itching back there. So they did reinforce the straps, and I can report that it no longer is bothersome. It is not itchy. So that's the update on that. No other fit updates on this bra. It is Nubre fabric, so that double brushed fabric. I would say this one's more of like a light medium support sports bra. She is short line, so it does lean a bit more towards the itty bitty titty committee. However, bigger chests, you can wear this too. You may have a little cleavage on display. This one has that ruching overlap fabric on the front. I do feel like people either tend to love or hate that style. I personally don't mind it. I think it's really pretty. I think it's really flattering. The only thing with bras like this is I don't tend to wear like a tight shirt over it or a tight tank top or anything like that, because I do feel like that ruching, it kind of looks funky, takes away from it. This is one of those bras that I think it is meant to have its moment in the gym and be seen. So yeah, it does have that ruching there with just like a light scoop over the front. This is not a titty moment for me personally, but you do have adjustable straps on this bra, which is really nice. So you can get that perfect adjustment for yourself. And I do find that now it is very comfortable. Removable bust pads on this. This one is coming in 6 different colorways, so you have a lot of options with this sports bra. If you've never tried it before, I do feel true to size, especially with those adjustable straps. I will say it does lean more ITBC versus BTC. So larger chest sizes, can you wear this? Yes. I will say it's not the most well-loved bra in terms of BTC. But definitely not a bra I'm gonna wear for running, but it's a bra that you can wear for lifting. I'll still wear it for cardio, but probably not jumping up and down. I just tend to avoid Nubre fabrics because they're not sweat wicking. But overall, it's a cute bra. I think it's really pretty, especially the pink gingham gives it something special. And additionally, I do love the Lucky Charm color. So if there's a color that you like and this bra speaks to you, definitely a cute one to try out. I was fortunate enough to receive the 4-inch Legacy shorts. Both Legacy shorts 4 inches and 6 inches are coming in the pink gingham as well as the red gingham. These are an item that was slated for a PR delay because some items are just shipping late right now. It's just an issue across to all companies, but they had some samples from the photo shoot and I was lucky enough to be one of the people they sent them to. So I did get them in both the pink and the red in 4 inches. That's my preference. They are coming in 6 as well. 4 inches is my preference in terms of how they look on me. I'm only 5'2", and so the 4 inches I just think visually looks better on me with my short legs. I have a longer torso. The 6 inches do stay in place better though, so just keep that in mind. This is a launch where you have every option for shorts. We have 4-inch, 5-inch, 6-inch, and 7-inch. So you're kind of covered in terms of if you are looking for shorts and are particular about what length. Now the Legacy shorts, if you've never tried these before, they're an extremely popular short, but they are slightly different in this launch because of the print itself. They did go ahead and decide to add an additional liner in here. This is something new that the team has been playing around with, and you will see that in a couple other shorts we'll discuss later on. But on the inside of these shorts, you can see it's a white liner, and the same is true on the pink ones as well. And it feels a little bit different than Nubre. It pulls apart from the actual short, and it's like this silky, softer layer. Now, I wasn't sure if it was really necessary because these just didn't appear as a short to me that I felt like would stretch out or I would need a liner underneath. But I know in the past some people have complained with some of the prints that when you get into that deep squat position that it does stretch out and you don't like how it looks. This can depend on your glute size too, which we all know I don't have the biggest glutes in the world, so I don't run into that issue as much, but this was something that the team has been working to address for you all. So they did put that liner in there. And in terms of the fit on it, I don't feel like it changes the fit whatsoever. That's been the biggest question y'all have asked me is, do I need to size up now? Do they fit tighter? What's going on with them? Honestly, I don't really feel anything different with the liner in there. It's like I almost forget that these have a liner. I will say, like, when I put my hand on them and feel them, they feel just slightly thicker, but almost not noticeable in my opinion. The other details on the Legacy short, if you're not familiar, these are a 4-inch inseam that I got. Like I said, you do have a seam that comes straight down the side. On the back side, Legacy is known for the tri-seam over the glutes, which is very flattering. And that's about it. The gingham print, you've got the option of red, which just reminds me of a picnic. Like it just, to me, screams, I want to go on a picnic. And the pink is just so feminine and girly that I wasn't sure if I was going to love it, but I do love it. I think it's one of my favorite items from this launch, just the print itself. It's really pretty and just kind of makes me feel good right now. So I really enjoy the gingham print. Let me know what color you prefer. I can't not see going for a picnic in these shorts. Legacy shorts, they are listed as ultra high rise. I feel like they don't sit ultra high rise on me. You'll notice when we get to the Rosa shorts, those are ultra high rise. These tend to sit right over my belly button. I think it's really flattering. I like the look of them. They're like a medium compression. I think the compression's just right. The 4-inch shorts themselves, I don't like for running because they do roll up as I walk around. I don't mind them rolling up on me as I walk around. I'm kind of used to that. So these are a short I wear for lifestyle, going for walks, or even strength training if I don't, if I want to wear shorts that day. I am more of a leggings girl. But overall, these shorts you can wear for anything. They're just not a pick for me in the running cardio department. Switching into lounge, because I really wanted to give you all an idea of how these would pair together. We have the Story Cloud Pullover. This is in the pink Starburst color. Is it Starburst or no? Pink. Where did I get pink Starburst from? This is in the color Pink Sugar, and you're going to see me also wear this in Red Salsa. I did choose to get a size small in one and extra small in the other because I wanted to compare the differences so you guys knew how to size. Many of us like to size up in our sweatshirts, so I thought this could help give you a nice idea visually of how that looks and how things change as you size up. Off the bat, I just want to say, yes, the Pink Sugar does pair very nicely with the pink gingham. It's not an exact color match by any means, but it definitely works together. Cloud fabric on this. Obviously, if you've never tried cloud fabric, it's one of my favorites. It is so warm. It's got that inner super fuzzy layer that keeps you warm, but then the outside of it just kind of has this like soft, silky feeling to it. It's just really stretchy as well. So very comfortable. I love all of my cloud sweatsuits. I love the style of this sweatshirt. We haven't seen one like this yet. It has the big drop sleeve or bat wing, if you want to call it that. So it really does bell down quite a bit, give you that very relaxed feel and fit. And then you do have the cuff sleeve, normal crew neck collar. You have Buffbunny embroidered on the left-hand side of your sleeve. And it has the almost like a little bit of a cinch at the waist. This is really intended to sit right at your waist versus the old cloud crews that we had that kind of just came straight down. I find these to be more of an updated, flattering fit, and I really enjoy the way these look. Keeping in mind, because they do tend to sit right at the waist, even in the size small, when I size up and I raise my arms, you do kind of see a little bit of my side. I'd love to know in the comments, so what size do you think looks better on me? The extra small in Salsa Red or the small in Pink Sugar? Which one do you like better on me? I think it just kind of depends on my mood. I love the feel of more of an oversized fit, so that's why I said it in my Discord that the small was my preference. But with reviewing the footage, I think the extra small in Salsa Red just looks better on me. Let me know what you guys think. There isn't a wrong decision here. This is not going to crop on you. It will ride up though if you lift your arms, so keep that in mind. If that's something that will bother you, you'd probably have to size up a couple sizes, but it's going to make the arms really big. So you may want to skip it if you don't want to mess with that. But I think it's really flattering how it sits right at the waistline, just that oversized, nice crew. The cloud fabric, I will throw this in the dryer. You'll get a little bit of shrinking on it, but not a ton. The breakdown of this is 95% cotton, and then you've got that 5% spandex in there that gives it a really nice stretch. No other details on this. It really just is your classic crew, and I'm excited to see more basics like this coming into launches because I just love my basics. To go along with that, in our lounge recovery, if you will, we have the Story Cloud Shorts. I did get these in my regular extra small, and I'm glad I did because these definitely are a very relaxed fit. If you tried the OG version of the Cloud Shorts that came out quite a while ago, I want to say it was the Storm collection, those did not have pockets on them. I do remember Heidi saying part of why they didn't add pockets is because it does add a little bulk, kind of makes them look a little wider on you. That's just part of it, especially with the cloud fabric, because it's already a bit of a thicker fabric. So you will notice these shorts, they're they're not giving ho. You know what I mean? They're covering up your booty cheeks. You can move around with them. They're probably great to have in front of your family if you're nervous about that. But they are more of a relaxed fit. I still find them true to size. You have the elastic waistband here that does have the drawstring on the inside. So you can tighten this up, but I had no gaping in my waist. The waist felt really nice, not too tight, not too loose, just really, really nice there. And then you do have the pockets, like I said, on both sides with the B here embroidered, and the back side's just very basic. It's just a basic short, but in the cloud material. I'm really happy with the updates on this. I kind of like a little bit more of a relaxed fit at nighttime for lounging. Very comfortable. I've worn these to bed too. They can get a little warm, but I mean, wearing a short, I don't know. I like sleeping in shorts at night, so these work for me. Just like lounging around with the sweatshirt, I think is just a great combo for lounging. But the sweatshirt too, I feel like those sweatshirts I will wear with jeans and other stuff. So the cloud items, while they are listed for lounge, I feel like you can pull them into a daytime look very easily. Both the Story Cloud pullover and shorts are coming in both the pink sugar and red salsa, just those two colors. So it's giving very much romance, Valentine's Day, just like really sweet and feminine is kind of how I describe the feeling of the colors and the pieces within this launch. The Story Sports Bra, I have to say, she might be one of my favorite new sports bras that we have seen in a while. I feel like the design of this is just innovative. I've never seen a double layer sports bra like this, and I was concerned thinking about the fact that this has essentially 2 layers to it. So she's in the Airbrush fabric, which if you're not familiar with the Airbrush fabric, this is one of our more sweat wicking fabrics. It is great for cardio, a little bit more compressive as well. It's a combo of nylon and spandex. So I personally really lean towards Airbrush fabric for running, for cardio, or just really hot days when I know I'm gonna be sweating, because it wicks away the sweat. So even if you're sweating, you don't feel as sweaty. It does not mean it's sweat proof. Doesn't mean you won't see sweat on an item. It just means when you wick sweat away from your body, you could sweat a lot and you don't feel that wetness. So it's way more comfortable in my opinion for those super hot climates or really hot workouts. But I love the look of this. Number one, love the look of like that double layered bra, but I was really concerned you have adjustable straps. So you've got this 2 strap situation. I'm like, oh boy. Half the time I get annoyed with straps. There ain't gonna be no way I'm gonna like 4 straps on my shoulders. But you guys, honestly, I did not notice. It's really comfortable. So I was really impressed with how it looked and how it sat on me. It wasn't like the straps were falling down whatsoever. They stayed in place really nice. I was not fussing with them at all during my workout. And I just loved how you can kind of move around this top layer. You can see the pink regarding whatever color you get. There's a couple other color combos. I just love that you kind of get a 2-in-1 bra, because now I can pair this easily with the pink gingham shorts, with the red gingham shorts. I can pair it with the red Rosa shorts, with, you know, anything red or pink. I've got combos on combos. So I'm super impressed with this. The detail of it, it is just a basic scoop short line sports bra, same with on the back. And like I said, those straps are adjustable. But overall, it's no nonsense, but just adds that extra layer of style to it that I just think is really pretty and really appealing, and love the sweat wicking for it. Now, I do think she's true to size. Those adjustable straps, I love that we see more and more of those with these launches. So I think you're good to go true to size. I think it's really flattering on all chest sizes. So regardless of what chest size you are, I think you can go true to size. Had really nice coverage up through the side arm, through the armpit. I am not someone that struggles with side boob. Obviously, though, I don't have side boob or excess skin to really cover up here, so I can't really comment on that. But all in all, I felt like it was long enough that it kept me locked in and gave me enough coverage where I could definitely go for long runs in this bra and feel locked in. I think she's definitely like a true medium support as well. This is one that is on my list to grab a couple extra colors. And fun fact, when Jason and I were first looking at the PDF and I was putting my list together, this right here and this outfit, this is what he wanted me to pick. So I'm like, everyone likes me in pink lately. So I'm trying to go into my feminine girly era. I think that's where I'm at in my life right now. I've always been a bit of a tomboy, into more of the darks, kind of, Seven Deadly Sins vibes. But now I'm over here just loving pink gingham. Who am I? Who would have known? I was so excited to see that we had the return of Rosa, just Rosa in general. We haven't seen Rosa in so long, since 2023. So to see Rosa shorts on this PDF made me so, so happy. So you have two options for Rosa shorts. We're first going to talk about the 5-inch Rosa shorts. So previously when Rosa shorts came out, they were a 4-inch, I believe, right? They've never been 5-inch, have they? Okay, yeah. So we previously had Rosa shorts in a 4-inch inseam, and it's been a while since we've had a basic pair of Rosa shorts. I want to say the Space Collection. In Seven Deadly Sins, we had the Rosa pocket shorts. So now we have a 5-inch version of them. So I got 2 pairs. I grabbed them in Salsa Red as well as Rainwater Blue. I did get them both in extra small. Rosa shorts do differ from your Legacy shorts, and I always used to like Rosa shorts better, but they have made some changes to them, and now I think I kind of like Legacy better, which makes me a little bit sad, but I'll tell you why. And also my preferences just have changed for what I like to wear. The Rosa shorts, the silhouette of them is just more simple compared to Legacy, which is why I've always really adored them. Just a very basic front seamless, no side seam, and on your back side, you just have that one V contour over the glutes. I always liked that better. I just am a simple kind of girl, so I liked the simple seams. Now though, they are 5 inches. I have no issues with that, but you are going to see me comparing them to the standard Rosa short. This is the OG, like one of the OG pairs from the Nubre collection. And I always felt like Rosa shorts fit me a little bit looser, and I liked that. I never sized differently, but I think some people did, so maybe that's why they made the changes. I'm not totally certain, but they did make changes to the waistline, at least from what I could see. The waist definitely has about 1 inch less going across. And that was the biggest thing that I noticed. Yeah, 1 inch reduction on the waistline of these. I felt like the waist just seemed a little tighter than what I prefer. Definitely tighter than a Legacy short, and more high rise than a Legacy short as well. The back rise appears to be exactly the same compared to the original version. Let me just check the front rise as well. I didn't get any camel toe or anything like that, so that was great. Yeah. I don't really see any other changes to the shorts other than that reduction in the waist itself, which makes it a little bit tighter, a little more tapered versus that kind of straight waist they used to have. And if you've watched my reviews before, you've maybe heard that I kind of prefer that straight waistband because I have a straight waist. Like, I don't have any curve to my waist, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just everyone's got a different waist. Whereas now that waistband is just a little bit more, it's got that tapered effect. I gotta give that feedback to the design team if they're not watching this. I personally prefer it without that tapered waist. I don't know how other people feel as a whole, but just my preference. So unfortunately, for that reason, I don't love the Rosa shorts as much as I once did. Does that mean I won't wear them or I don't think they look good on me? No, the changes to them just aren't my preferred preference. They also just felt like a little bit tighter in the thighs too, but they are an inch longer. I carry more weight in my thighs, and so the longer the short, the more it starts to feel like it's a little too tight down there, but nothing where I would size differently. I still feel like Rosa shorts, you can go true to size. I just want my OGs to know, if you bought Rosa shorts 2 years ago and you used to size down in them, don't do that anymore. You don't need to. They are more true to size. So keep that in mind with sizing. In terms of sheerness, in terms of camel toe, I honestly, guys, I didn't have camel toe in like this entire collection. I don't believe I saw any. Rainwater blue is impressive when it comes to squat proof to me. Like, obviously I'm wearing a black Buffbunny sticker throughout this entire review just to give you an example of how that looks, but keep in mind, I'm under studio lights and not a normal environment for lighting. I am showing you worst case scenario of how shearing could look for you. But when you take it into a gym environment or outdoors, it's not gonna look like that. Nubre is a really good fabric with that double brush that I do feel like it really kind of covers up cellulite, and you know, maybe if you have a tattoo back there, you may see it, but I don't think it's so obvious compared to some other fabrics. So that is the update on the Rosa 5-inch shorts. Ooh, the other thing I forgot to mention that did not change on these, but some people forget that it's there, and it is a difference compared to the Legacy. You do have a hidden pocket in your 5-inch Rosa shorts. Same was true with the 4-inch, and it's just right in that front waistband. And I always liked that because when I go running, I have to lock my car and keep my keys somewhere when I park at a park. So that's always like a good spot to stuff your keys or a credit card. If you're just like running into Target and you don't want to bring a whole person with you, you can kind of just tuck it in there. And I think that pocket's underrated. I don't think enough people appreciate how helpful that pocket is, or maybe I just am the one that takes advantage of it, but I love the hidden pocket in the waistband. So love that detail on the Rosa shorts. Moving into some Dream Heather, we have a returning set. We have the Dream Heather Contrast Sports Bra. This one initially launched with the Buffbunny Grounds collaboration we had last year. They did, however, make some updates to it. With the contrast, shocking, I got the salsa red with the pink, which I just think is such a beautiful pairing. This one is so stunning to me. I don't know. I just love the combination of the two colors together. Now you're going to see a comparison of the original bra compared to this bra. I've talked about it a little bit on Instagram and in my Discord, but I unfortunately hate these updates. I'm just going to be real with y'all. I don't like these updates on this bra whatsoever. The initial bra had just a cuter V neckline to it. I don't know. It was just way more flattering on me with that V neckline, whereas this is just kind of more of a little subtle scoop and I get gaping in it. And that's a big thing for me that I'm like, I don't love having gaping in a bra. A bra like this, you can kind of even see how I'm holding it here. She's a gaper. It's just, you know, and I only have so much to fill it out. So if I'm not filling it out and it's not tight enough, you're going to see my little boobies, or I don't know. I don't think it's flattering. Beyond just the gaping, if it didn't gape, I still wouldn't like it. So I hate the changes to it. I'm sorry if that's aggressive. It's how I feel. I just don't like that. I wish they would go back to the original version of this so you guys can kind of see the comparison on me side by side. It is a shorter length now. I actually didn't mind the length before. They added this darting, I guess you call it, down to the bottom. I'm sure there's a design purpose for it, but I just don't like the way it looks. I think it makes my boobs look unflattering. And then if I were to pair, say, like the Nimbus Rib Tee over it, I feel like you would kind of see those lines darting underneath. So as a whole, I'm just not a fan of the updates. The backside is just the same. The bra itself, it's not that it's a bad bra. I like the backside of it. I prefer the original. I will say, I think it's true to size. I personally get a little gaping, but I wouldn't size down in it being Dream Heather fabric. I think it would just be too tight and uncomfortable. I just don't think I would still enjoy this one. But if you have your eye on it, I would say go true to size. For me, this one's just going to be a pass. And if you're like, well, Kara, I want the Dream Heather leggings, I won't have a matching bra. You can mix and match fabrics. And I will tell you, the Dream Heather contrast leggings look great with the Story sports bra. They pair so nice together. I've got a photo of it in my Discord. You don't have to match your fabrics. This one's a skip for me. However, the Dream Heather contrast leggings, these are a favorite of mine. Absolutely love these. I love what they're doing for my body. Love the color combination together. These also did launch with the Grounds collab that came out previously. They made a minor update to them in terms of the fit. Unfortunately, my Buffbunny closet is a nightmare right now because we had mold remediation in our home, if you weren't aware. Fun times in the Corey household. And they literally redid my entire Buffbunny closet. And I guess, they didn't actually color coordinate it, putting it back, and I can't find everything right now. So if I do find them, I will pull them out and do like a side by side comparison of the two together. But they are listed as short girl friendly, so maybe that's why I like these so much. They are listed as hip rise. So you will notice you can see my belly button with these. I don't mind that. I'm kind of changing my preference where, remember with the Rosa shorts, I said I just don't love how they look on me as much as I once did. I just feel like ultra high rise is just not giving what I used to think it gave for my personal body. I do have a long torso, by the way, short girl, long torso, but the rise on these leggings is doing it for me, and quite impressed I don't get camel toe. You have 8 inches of a front rise on these, and that works well for me. Usually when something's like 7 inches, that's when I get camel toe. 9.5 inches on the back rise of these two. So these are extra small, by the way. One of the details I want to point out before I forget on the Dream Heather, this tiny little triangle gusset here, you see that? This is my preferred gusset. I feel like this little gusset does a better job of not creating camel toe versus that super oblong one that goes wide and then you kind of get that Barbie crotch situation. These to me are perfect. Dream Heather fabric, if you've never tried it, it's a recycled polyester fabric. It's got a nice stretch to it, a little thicker feeling. It does wear a little warmer. I feel like you will potentially feel a little bit hotter in Dream Heather fabrics, but not where I avoid it during the summer. Will I go out in a 90-degree day and go for a run in these? Hell no, will not do that. But air-conditioned gym, you betcha. I love where they sit on my hip, call it hip rise if you will. You've got that crisscross situation in the front, kind of flaps over. And this is so flattering. I feel like this snatches any body. I'm not just talking about me. I think regardless of what body type you are, regardless if you have abs or not, I think that cross in the front really does help give you a little more of an illusion of having a smaller waistline. For that, I appreciate it. What else about these? Nothing other crazy significant. You do have the contrasting colors, so you have a few options there. 26-inch inseam, like I said before, so I get extra fabric at the bottom of my ankles, but I'm used to that with their leggings. Maybe someday they'll come out with some shorter versions of that. I would love that. Is anybody else kind of wanting capris to come back? I feel like I'm on an island alone, but that's the propaganda I want people to start to listen to is we want capris, or maybe it's just a 7/8 inch legging, because I hate it when a capri hits me in my calf because I have long, thick calves, but I really want a 7/8 legging. That's what I want. But anyways, absolutely love the Dream contrast leggings. And like I said, if you're taking my advice and skipping the bra, do one of this bra. If you're getting this color combo or even just the pink ones, this bra looks great with these leggings. Not only am I wearing more pink lately, I'm even buying super girly pink lip gloss. This is Morphe Drip Gloss Glazed High Shine in Glint of Pink. I only bring it up because someone, watch no one will ask on this video, someone always asks what my lip combo is. Lip Glaze by Morphe. Get it at Ulta. Also, just a quick reminder, if you do want to shop the launch or shop any pieces from the past collections or what's on the site right now, code Kara will always get you 10% off when you enter that at checkout, and it does earn me commission. It helps me continue to work with the brand and grow with the brand, and your support is always appreciated from Jason and myself. I truly love this community so much, and I hope everything through this launch can somehow just build a stronger connection, a stronger bond. Sometimes we got to go through shit. We got to learn the hard lessons and grow. And then it makes us all even better, right? So that's kind of my hope here. Wasn't fucking with you guys. I'm a changed girl. I did get one black outfit, but I was toying with getting the brand new Sporty story dress. There's a black and white one, but I went with Salsa Red again. I did the Salsa Red pink combo. This dress, it reminds me of the courtside dress a little bit, the way that it has the cutout in the back, but it's still very unique. I feel like they're always doing different activewear dresses, and I've really been enjoying having these types of dresses coming into the warmer summer months. Now, this is not listed as Nubre fabric, but it feels almost like it. It's poly spandex, so it does have like a soft brush touch to it. So we've last had the bend and snap dress. That's in a Perform fabric, which is just a little bit more slick feeling, a little more sweat wicking. This one is not sweat wicking. This one does feel a little bit warmer. I'll say not as breathable of a fabric compared to bend and snap. I prefer this over bend and snap only because bend and snap, I have some issues with it fitting my chest perfectly. Like it's really low on me and I'm just kind of like in between sizes. Whereas the fit on this one is really, really flattering. Don't judge me for just wearing my crusty little white sneakers with it. I think this would look so much cuter with better shoes, but we do what we got to do for the review. All right. So you do have a built-in like shelf bra situation here. Let me show you inside out. With those cup pads, you can remove those, but it is sewn down the middle and sewn across to kind of keep that support in place. It's not like an actual shelf, however. It's just like a built-in bust, if you will. Built-in liner is the technical term. Built-in liner. All right, we got it. So you've got the built-in liner, and your top is kind of connected to the bottom skirt here and the shorts that are underneath. What's the best flow to talk about this? I don't even know. You have a racer back on the back side. Let's just talk about the back side of the top. You do have it crisscrosses for the straps on the back, and then you have the skirt part that comes out. I feel like the fit of this is really nice. In the courtside dress, I notice it's a little tight with this situation around my waist. This has like a really nice elastic in there, a lot of stretch, really good stretch, making me feel like this dress is very much true to size. Like I said, you've got the skirt, we got a lot going on. Underneath, you do have shorts. They are 5 inches of an inseam, and you have functional pockets on both sides. They do fit my giant phone, so they are very useful. I think I wore this dress when Jason and I went for a walk the other night. It was like 80 out. And yes, I got hot in this because it is a little thicker, but it's great for like a little walk or a date day where you're going to be a little more active. Or if you are someone that plays tennis or pickleball, I don't know what y'all wear. Do you dress this cute for that? Someone let me know. That's great. I need to start doing more sporty things like that where I get to wear cute dresses, but I don't do anything like that. I go for bike rides. So sometimes I wear these dresses for bike rides. Oftentimes I do reserve them for just my outfit for the day. I love grabbing these when I travel. They're just really easy outfits on the go. I always get asked this, but no, even though this is cut out back here like this, at least I couldn't do it. You can't just rip that down to go to the bathroom. I fear I will rip the dress. I have to take the whole unit off to go to the bathroom. So I just want to point that out because I do know that is a deal breaker for many of you. You want to be able to have that easy access to go to the bathroom. And I feel you because I go a lot. So that is sometimes a reason why I don't wear these as much, or bodysuits for that reason, because I'm like, no, I drink way too much and go to the bathroom way too much to be messing with all that. But just so you know on that, you do have to take the whole thing off to go to the bathroom. What else do I want to say about it? Someone did ask, is it the same length as the bend and snap dress? The bend and snap dress does have adjustable straps on it, but if you kind of hold them up together, essentially, yeah, they're about the same length. So if you've recently purchased a bend and snap dress, I would size exactly the same as you have for your bend and snap dress. but really cute dress option. You have a couple colors in this. This is definitely one of my top picks for the collection. I think it's really nice, really flattering. And so far, everyone I've seen that has worn it looks beautiful on everybody. Also, if you guys don't want to shop Buffbunny, but you want to support me, Ghost just came out with Clear Away, 3 new flavors. This is the strawberry watermelon. They also came out with orange cream and blue raspberry. Thank goodness. I've been living off this because it's finally been hot in New York. I've been busy. I've been stressed. We've had a lot of different things going on. And while I try to eat more whole foods, this has been a game changer for me to get my protein in. It tastes freaking delicious. Also, I stacked it with a scoop of lemon crush hydration. Oh my gosh. Protein juice. So good. Code Kara gets you 20% off. Shameless plug. Got a lot of old throwbacks, kind of reminding me of Nubre collection. You guys remember Nubre? Like very earth tone, beautiful collection. That was the first time we saw the launch of the Geo Sports Bra. And we've had it come back a couple times, but it's been a while. So we do have it coming back in this collection. You've got now a new added like contrast color with the Geo Bra, which I like. But there have been some other changes to it as well. But don't be scared. I feel like if you loved the original, you're still gonna like this. I don't think the changes are that crazy major. Even in my BTC community, which is who this bra is for, I think you're still gonna be impressed with it. So you will see a comparison side by side of me wearing the original compared to this one, so you can just see how it looks on my chest size. This is going to be your high coverage, long line sports bra of the collection, and it is definitely very high support. Great for running. Although it is Nubre fabric, I did run in this one and you get sweaty. It was like 80 out when I ran in it, but I love how you're just locked in and it's very comfortable. Like I said, it is high neckline, but it's not like it doesn't choke you. It's so high neckline. It's very comfortable. You do have this band across the bottom, and on the back side, you do have the crisscross straps. Those are not adjustable. They're just kind of there for detail, and almost like your bra clasp down here. You will get an extra clasp with this bra if you purchase it as an extender in the event you are someone that maybe has a wider frame around here, so that you can make sure you get your perfect fit. I actually don't mind this. I don't have a problem doing this on my own. Sometimes I'm a lazy girl and I leave it clasped and I can kind of get away with just going through it. Sometimes it's a little dicey, but I can usually still just squeeze it over my head if I'm being lazy and don't want to have to try to clasp it. So just letting you know that too. Changes that were made on this bra. They did reduce the strap length. It said by 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. And then they also just reduced the opening down here. I do feel like when you look at them side by side, or the flat lays that I did, I do have an Instagram highlight saved on Instagram with comparisons, also in my Discord, color comparisons and some item comparisons if you want to check those out. I feel like the coverage on the side here is slightly different, almost like you don't get as much side coverage. Just visually hold that up for you. Obviously, this isn't like a perfect comparison. I'm just holding it up, but you can kind of see what I mean here. You can see the green kind of, make sure I'm holding these up appropriately. I do like the change in the strap though. I think it's way more flattering now and a little less bulky feeling. I don't know. I think it feels much better. So I'm very pleased with the changes they made to this. And I really like that they added just that contrast on the outside. I'm really into that. I like black and white together. It just gives it a little pop, a little something to make it stand out. This bra is a win for me. High support bra. Even though I've had the Geo bra in my collection for a long time, I will say it's not one I grab a lot. Being ITBC, I tend to grab shortline sports bras more than long line, more than high support, because I'm small chested. I don't need to be locked in, but I do find this one more flattering. So I'm interested to see if I grab this one more now that I just aesthetically like how it looks on me better. Moving back to Rosa shorts, you also have the option of a Rosa pocket short. These are a 7-inch length. So remember, we talked about the Rosa short in your 5-inch length. Now you have a Rosa short 7 inches with a pocket. So I'm super excited. We got a pocket on our Rosa shorts. Let's talk about these. Some slight differences. They are still that ultra high-rise waist. And I do feel like they, again, just still feel a little tighter than the original Rosa shorts. They feel a little tighter than, I feel like they feel tighter than the Rosa pocket shorts that came out in my collection 7 Deadly Sins. I also feel like the fabric feels different. Like, I feel like the Nubre feels softer, and I don't feel like the Nubre shorts that came out in my collection felt soft. I don't know why, but again, I couldn't find them in my closet without completely dismantling it, so I have not pulled them out just yet. If you guys need me to do a comparison of that, let me know. The closet's got to get dismantled at some point. That's a project that's going to have to happen. I chose to get these. Why'd I sound like Kermit the Frog all of a sudden? I chose to get these in black. You do have a few color options in them, but no front seam on them. You do have the pockets on the side that do fit my phone, which is so, so nice. Because you've got the pockets on each side, you do not have that inside pocket like you have in your 5 inches. All right, you just have the 2 pockets on the outside and same seam details over the back. They're just so ultra high rise with the Geo Sports Bra. I truly can connect the two and it looks like I'm wearing a bodysuit. So just keep that in mind if you like that look, like that feel. I don't mind the feel of it, don't love the look of it on me. However, a 7-inch pocket short is a short I will run in. These are great for running. They're not sweat wicking, which is why I got them in black. Ran in them earlier this week. They're great. These stay in place. Even the 5-inch Rosa shorts, I could run in those. Those stay in place. The 4-inch Legacy, I cannot. So these for me are great for running. They're also great for bike riding, whatever you're doing, cover up a good amount of your leg. So they are a no nonsense, stay in place. Or for my taller ladies, you're maybe psyched to have a 7-inch short. So these are another great option if you are into ultra high rise, true to size on these. Like I said, even though the waist feels a little bit tighter, go with your true to size. You'll be fine. Nubre fabric, nice and soft. I have them in black and they are still nice and stretchy. Speaking of pockets, I was so excited. I think I had asked in the athlete Discord not long ago if we were ever getting Legacy pocket leggings again. I think many of you have maybe heard me talk about them. We only got them once. I think it was for a Black Friday drop in the color black. And you know, I'm not always the biggest Legacy wearer, but I love the Legacy pockets because I loved the way they did the pockets, and they've brought them back. There's no changes to them. We just have a bunch of colors. So I got these in Lucky Charm. I really like the pockets on these because they're just like this really nice, what's the word for them? There is a term for the way that these are caught up top. They're just not a bulky pocket like we used to have with Rosa pocket leggings. And I know there's two camps. Some people just would prefer Rosa pocket leggings, but I do prefer this pocket. I feel like it's less bulky. If you got the Posh Knit Scrunch pocket leggings from the Vita collection, same exact pocket. It's just that like very sharp cut pocket where it doesn't add any bulk to your hip. And it does fit my phone, my big ass phone, even in its case, it fits on in there and stays in there. So I really enjoy that. The other details with these, if you've never tried them, very similar to our Legacy shorts. However, you do have a side seam running down all the way down your side. It kind of comes into a double seam. These are 26 inches. On your backside, you do have that tri-seam over the glutes. These are true to size. The color Lucky Charm is very squat proof. I think they've got great cellulite coverage as well. No camel toe in them. If you love a legacy legging, you'll like a legacy pocket legging. Even if you don't use the pocket, you're not really going to notice it's there. I don't think it takes away from anything. So I'm happy that they brought these back though, because I just feel like overall, we have not been getting enough options with pockets. And now that the weather's warm, I need my pockets. I need my options with all the pockets. To pair with that, I had to get one of the pump covers because I thought this, white and green is just so fresh and preppy looking. I love the color combo together. So this is a, what's this pump cover called? There's two of them coming. The match short sleeve tee. There's one other pump cover you can get too. These are the soft t-shirts. So if you got the Vita collection tee, just like that, like they've been bringing the more softer cotton to us. And this one does have stitching in it. So it is stitched on there. It says One More Match Club, Buffbunny Athletics with the little rackets. Now, someone asked me too, great question, if there was anything covering the stitching on the inside. I wasn't sure. There is not. You just have that stitching against your body. But one thing I'll tell you, maybe it's because I was wearing a sports bra, but I didn't feel it. It wasn't itchy. I didn't notice it. So even if I'm just like rubbing it on my skin, it doesn't feel too bad. But great question. There is not anything covering it, but it wasn't a deal breaker for me. By the way, I have already worn and washed all these pieces a couple times. The pump covers, they are cotton, they are unisex. They're not going to shrink too much. I get mine in a size small, so it is that relaxed fit, which I really like. I don't personally recommend sizing up, but it just depends how baggy you like your shirts to look. This for me was a must. I wanted it in my PR package, but it's just going to be up to you how much you really want like that limited time collection t-shirt, or you want a pump cover to kind of match the pieces within the collection. The colors are really cute. I may want to grab this in salsa red because I love the salsa red too. And I love these pump covers. I do. I've been wearing them quite a bit. So that's the pump cover. This next set is one that looks very familiar. We'll talk about the sports bra first. This is the Airbrush Hourglass sports bra, very reminiscent of our previous Transcend sports bra. I didn't bring down the Transcend to compare, but I do have an Instagram photo comparing the two. They're very similar. I think they made some fit updates. They made some fit updates to this one because the fabric is different. It's now airbrush. So to accommodate that change in fabric, they did make some adjustments for the fit. And one thing that I never liked on the Transcend, on the backside, you have these like extra straps that are just kind of hanging out there as a detail. They were always a little loose and kind of just flapping around there. Like they didn't need to be there. These actually fit right now. So I think they figured out the appropriate measurements on that where they look good. So anyways, this bra is another great bra for medium to high support. And I would say medium coverage too. Like I'm not getting a titty moment in this bra. It's not short line. This is more of a long line sports bra. I like the airbrush fabric on this bra too. Another sweat wicking option for you. Higher coverage, higher support. Do you like contrast? I think is the deal breaker on this bra. The bra feels great for me. It performs great. I will say it's true to size. I feel like you get nice coverage in the armpit. Nothing rubs there. Nothing chafes there. But the look for me is just okay. Meh. It's a meh for me. I'd rather get more of the Story sports bras, to be honest with you. But do you like it or not? It functions just fine. It's just not my favorite aesthetic look. This is a brand new color, by the way. This is Indigo Shadow. Did some color comparisons with that too. Very similar to like a midnight navy. So you can mix and match this color within your collection. But that's another bra option for you. Nothing wrong with it. I certainly will wear it. I don't hate it. It's just not like, oh my God, I'm obsessed with that bra. The Story sports bra kind of speaks to me more. Moving into the Hourglass Airbrush leggings, these are also very reminiscent of our Loch Ness leggings, but now in airbrush fabric. So sweat wicking. I will say the prior version of Loch Ness leggings were also kind of sweat wicking. Let me pull them out. I did not do like a flat lay comparison of these two. I think for the most part, they're very similar with the exception of they reduced some of the seams on them, and I appreciate that. So like the original one, you've got the butt crack seam. That's what I always hated. You see that? Like it stands out so much. Like, hi, here's my butt crack. I did like these leggings, and I like the fabric on these. It was a nylon lycra blend. I think that's really good for cardio too. Moving more into the airbrush though, these are great for cardio. I love that we did away with the butt crack seam. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Such a good call, because they're just less aggressive, you know what I mean? But these are another one that have the contrast seams, and they do this kind of like wave down the front of your legs. So I feel like this set as a whole can kind of give the illusion of bringing curves to your body, because you're seeing that contrast in seams. Some people want that, some people don't. Your call. I don't mind it either way. I like these leggings a lot. Airbrush fabric, the one thing I'll say about them, the waistband, I noticed a lot of rolling. So I feel like Airbrush has been tricky. We've seen Airbrush with the bonded waistband that kind of held it in place, but it was a little stiff. We saw the everyday Airbrush leggings, which people felt like were too tight. Now we just have like the basic pair, and I personally get a lot of rolling in the waist. And it's not rolling because they're too tight on me. I think they could loosen up the waist a little bit, and I would have less rolling. Again, having a straight waist could be the cause of it, but I would not size up in these. I still find them true to size. If I sized up in them, I'd have way too much room, because I already noticed Airbrush is typically real tight. These are not like your everyday Airbrush. If you were scared because of the everyday Airbrush, this is not the same situation. They are much looser. They are much stretchier than that legging. I even had some extra room in the stomach area. So for that reason, I certainly would not size up, but I did notice a lot of this at the gym, which isn't typical for me with our cardio type fabrics. I was fussing with them. I have not ran in them yet, so I can update you guys. If you're interested in running in these, let me know, and I can certainly update you on that. I just haven't had a chance to run in them yet, but I will. 26-inch inseam. Let me know. What do we think of the contrast stitching? Yeah, so they had listed the changes in these compared to Loch Ness. A reduction in the waist, 1 inch shorter, 1 inch smaller, and 1.5 inches shorter in the hips. I think it's that decrease in the waist is what makes them roll for me now. I wonder if people want that. Do people prefer like more of that tapered, tighter waist? Because for me, I just get rolling. It doesn't stay in place better. And no one's surprised, being a hoe for basics, I nearly wanted to ask for 4 PR pieces on this Nimbus Rib Tee. It's a basic tee, right? It looks very basic, looks like you could go grab it from Target, but it is Nimbus fabric, but it's a ribbed fabric. So it's a little thicker compared to like a halo tee that we just saw in Vita collection. It's full length, which I'm loving. I think it looks great with the Airbrush Hourglass legging. It also looks fun for like a tonal moment with the rainwater blue shorts, even though it's a different fabric. I got this in my normal extra small. It is kind of like a light compression type shirt, crew neckline. You've got the short little sleeves like you have in the Halo baby tee. I really just like the length and the fit of this. Very comfortable. I did wear this for a walk one night. Really hot out. And we got home and I'm like, am I sweating? Like I just felt so hot, but I didn't feel wet, but I had a ton of sweat on me. You're going to have sweat in the armpits. Sweat will show through on this shirt, but I will say it feels a lot cooler and sweat wicking compared to the Halo fabric. So the Halo fabric is just so lightweight and thin. This one isn't. This one is like a normal shirt. You can wear a normal bra under it if that's your cup of tea and wear it for a lifestyle shirt. This is not something I'll probably wear to the gym. I might mix and match it with leggings, but this is going to be one of my like everyday tops. This is one I want to get in every color. And just for comparison, because we did just have that full length Halo tee come out, I wanted to compare these sizes together just to give you an idea. I feel like they're pretty similar, the Nimbus. Oh yeah, so the one that just came out in Teresa's collection in Vita, right? It's full length. And then the brand new Nimbus Ribbed, it's like a very similar silhouette, maybe slightly longer because that fabric's a little heavier, it pulls down more, but you're gonna get a very similar fit and feel if you got the full length Halo tee. All right, but I really love the Nimbus Ribbed. This is on my list to grab more. Whether you need it or not, totally up to you. Like I said, it's probably something similar you could get at Target maybe, but to me, I love the colors being offered. The fabric's great, not sweat wicking, but very comfortable. Someone asked how fragile it is. Definitely not as fragile as Halo fabric. I will admit, I don't think you can see it on camera, but Jason got some video footage of me with Bruce giving me a hug, and he does this thing where he tries to hug you and sometimes he doesn't get you in there and his paw just goes down the chest. So I do have like a little bit of fuzzing. I don't even want to say pilling. It's not, just like some fuzzies are there, but that's because my giant breed dog took his man hand and like pawed at me. So I don't think that's going to be your unique scenario. I think that's just mine. But yes, love these shirts. I feel true to size. I've got like a lot of room in it, not too much. It's relaxed. It's not too skin tight. I don't think I would like it sized up. I think true to size for me. But if you're someone that maybe carries more weight in your stomach and you just like want things more relaxed, you'd be fine if you sized up. I think this is the first launch I've ever done my stuff based on color. I don't know. It just worked out this way. So now we're heading into my Heather Sunbeam pieces, back into the Dream Heather territory. We have the brand new Dream Heather tank. This I got in a Sunbeam yellow. This is a full length tank, covers your whole stomach, so she's not a crop moment. It is very high coverage, and this one does have the built-in shelf bra in there, so you can see it's got the shelf in there with the cup pads and the seams coming down, so you don't have any uniboob action happening. I did get this in extra small. I feel like I've been forgetting to say my sizes, but I've literally gotten extra small in everything except you saw the two cloud sweatshirts. I got small and extra small. Anyway, so you've got just that basic high neckline up on the front, and then on the back side it does this like deep V scoop on the back. Now, I fully anticipated on falling in love with this tank and wanting it in every color. I'm not just dismissing it fully yet, but I do need to wear it more. I haven't worn it to work out because I just don't think this is going to be a tank I'll enjoy working out in. This for me was more of like a summer, this will be a tank I wear during my Zoom meetings or just everyday life. Something about the neckline of this, I don't know if it's too high, but this one does feel suffocating to me. It sits weird. Something's weird on the neckline, and I don't know how to pinpoint it, but something just doesn't feel fully right with the fit of it, at least on my body. I'm not attacking design. At least from my perspective, it just doesn't feel comfortable on me. Like I just feel like I feel it covering my clavicle right up here. I feel like once it comes up that high, it's too high. I think it needed to be just a little lower, kind of like the Geo Sports Bra. Maybe that would have felt better. So that's my biggest gripe on it. The actual look of it, I don't think looks half bad on me. I had originally planned on grabbing it in the pink as well, but I don't know, maybe I need to pair it with something else too. The yellow on yellow I think is also distracting me because I don't love the shorts that we're about to talk about. So I might try to pair this tank with like some jean shorts this week, wear it for the day and see if things kind of feel better for me. At this moment, I just don't fully love it. I think it's true to size. I think you'd be good going true to size in this. You'll notice towards the bottom underneath that shelf bra, it's not kind of, I don't want to say tight against my body, and it's not a flare, but you have a little room there. It doesn't lay perfectly flat against my body, which I'm okay with. I'm neither here nor there with it. I just want to point it out so you have an understanding of the fit. It does have a really nice stretch to it. So you do get stretch to it. It's going to be body skimming though. It is going to kind of lay on your body. I mean, if you're bigger chested, I don't know. I feel like you might feel suffocated in this just because for me personally, I felt a little suffocation, not from my boobs, but more so from the neckline. I just can't, I can't recommend this one right now. I personally just don't love it. I want to love it, but I don't. So I'm going to wear this a little bit more this week. I'll follow up with you when I go live before the launch on June 14th at 11:30 EST on YouTube. And I can touch base more on final thoughts on this. But right now, just not a favorite for me, which is seeming to be a theme with the Sunbeam Dream Heather, unfortunately, because I do love yellow. I really enjoy it. And that's why I grabbed yellow pieces. But I don't love any of these, sadly. Okay, moving into the Dream Heather short. These are a 7-inch short. I believe 7-inch shorts already launched, but I didn't get them when they did launch. The only color they're coming in is the Sunbeam. And with these, they did kind of like they did with the Legacy, and they did that additional liner underneath them. These are just okay. Remember, they have that little bit of a taper on the waistband, which makes them feel a little tight in the waist. Nothing crazy. I don't mind these in the waist. They're okay. I think it's the liner underneath, which is no different. I don't know, you guys. It's no different than the liner underneath the Legacies. Just hear me out. It's no different. It's this like silky smooth liner that pulls away from the fabric. I think for me, what it is, it's the liner in addition to the Dream Heather. The combo together, it just feels like a little too much. And I can't explain it, but I don't get that feeling with the Nubre shorts. I just don't. And it's just my opinion, but the liner with the Dream Heather just feels like too much for me. I personally would have been okay with them being a bit sheer. But I know the team felt passionate that there's a large customer base who is not going to want to spend that money on leggings that are sheer or shorts that are sheer. And I understand that. I just personally don't love the layer of heaviness that this kind of adds. Dream Heather shorts in general, though, the 7-inch, I think they're nice. 7 inches where it hits me on my leg. Again, it starts to look a little squishy downtown, a little sausagey. Nothing crazy. It's okay. Just pointing it out where it hits on me. I failed to mention on the contrast Dream Heather leggings, they do include anything Dream Heather. They do this like little elasticized scrunch that you can tuck into the butt cheeks. I just can't with this fabric. It's too short. It doesn't stay tucked into my long butt crack. It just doesn't go in there. I need a longer scrunch, like aggressive scrunch. I can tuck because that fabric is a little stretchier. These, I just can't get the tuck down. So these aren't doing any favors for my body. I feel like they kind of make me look a little thicker in my hip area. And that's already where I feel like I'm a little thick right now. For me personally, it's okay. I don't love these on me. So this is the only color they're coming in. They are a medium compression. You are seeing the squat test in these with the sticker. And I think they do a great job in terms of adding that layer in there. In real life, you are not going to really see much under there. In addition, it's going to cover cellulite as well. So that layer does, it's a give and a take. What do you prefer? For me, it's not worth it for me. Like I wouldn't purchase these with my money. So, I'm just not a fan of those. I am going to keep wearing them a little bit though. I haven't taken them for a bike ride or anything like that. I did try to wear them for a lift, but I was just feeling too self-conscious that day and I took them off. Sometimes you just have to like go with what your body and your mood is telling you that day and wear the outfit that makes you feel comfortable. And so for that reason, I had to take it off, but I am going to wear them a little bit more and I will update you. Next up and last for clothing items that I received, we do have the Dream Heather contrast short, also only coming in the Heather Sunbeam Yellow. So you guys know I loved the leggings. They fit great. I didn't love the shorts. I feel like I feel like this is the launch that there's the most stuff I don't like. It's not typical for me, but we also don't have a typical launch here. We don't have liners and things like that. So it's a little bit different for me. Here's my thing with the Dream Heather contrast shorts. Very similar to the leggings in terms of the crisscross in the waist, that I feel like the waist fits nice. It's perfect. It's not too tight. It's not too sausagey. If anything, it runs more on the loose side. It's very forgiving. I love the way it lays on my stomach. But then when you go down to the short, which by the way, this is a 6-inch short. It's also listed as hip rise, similar to the legging. So it is, for me, showing my belly button, which I don't mind that part. The rest of the short though just feels so awkwardly tight. Very, very tight, very sausagey, making me feel like I've got lumps and bumps coming out, just very uncomfortable. So it's this give and take that I feel like the shorts are so tight down here, but then the waist is loose. So I'm not going to size up to make these work because I just don't think I'm still going to be unhappy. The waist is going to be even looser. The legs are probably going to still feel a little tight. I think it's that the Dream Heather, the opening down here, I think is too tight. Number one, I think they need to open that up. And I think I just maybe don't love Dream Heather with a liner under it. I was one of the athletes that did get to sample some of these items with the liner, and I just heavily didn't like them. That was my feedback to the team. So I'm not surprised my feedback hasn't changed. It has nothing to do with anything other than that. I'm just not a big lovin' of a liner under Dream Heather. So I don't have much else to say on these because the sizing for me is a little off. The waist, I think, fits nicely. The rest of the short fits a little tight. If you just desperately really want a yellow short, because we finally got yellow bottoms and you do have a yellow sports bra to match it, I would go with the 7-inch over the contrast, to be honest with you. I think these looked better on me than these. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think sometimes I look at the footage and I'm like, oh, they don't look so bad. But then when I'm in real life, looking in the mirror and feeling them, I feel uncomfortable. And if I don't feel comfortable, I don't feel confident. So regardless if it looks okay, it's really about how you feel in your clothing. And I think that's what is unique about this brand. And many of us have come to love and build a lot of confidence with how these pieces make us feel. And most launches, I love all the pieces. So this was just one that I happened to have more things that I didn't like for once. So for me, the yellow bottoms didn't work out great. If I had to recommend one to you, I would go with the 7-inch over the contrast. I think the fit is just a little bit more overall standardized and like true to size on the 7-inch versus the contrast. We are not done yet, so we have to talk about the 2 accessories that I got. In this one I have had. This is, I just wrote down the run belt. I think it's called the Story run belt. So this is the Story running belt. I have it in the onyx black. It's also coming in the salsa red in the pink gingham. It's a poly spandex combo for material. It does come with an extender as well to adjust it. And it's got, I love this. If you're not familiar with a running belt, this isn't only for runners, by the way, but this is a standard running belt that runners have used as long as I've been running, and I'm sure well beyond that. But this has a lot of utility to it as well if you're just someone that goes out walking and you're just active outdoors. So don't let the word running deter you from taking a look at this item if you are someone that likes to go hands-free, riding a bike, going for walks, etc. So you do have reflective detail on it to, safety-wise as a runner. I love those details. It always helps. You have an extender that comes with this to adjust for your waist. This one fits my waist perfect, which I won't lie, sometimes is a struggle because being a bit more petite, it's really important to me that I have a belt that stays tight, that I can adjust it to be tight enough so it's not moving around, bumping around. That's my biggest test with this. So the team gave this to me early when I was in Houston filming for Vita. I got to test it out and even wore it for the Boston Marathon. If you didn't catch that, you can go back to my Instagram reels. I teased it quite a bit, and this was my race day run belt. It fit in it my phone, which you'll see me put in there. I do take my case off regardless of a running belt. I always take my case off when I put it in here just to decrease the weight of what is on my stomach and my lower back, but it fits in there perfectly. In addition, you can fit in there keys. I can fit in there a goo. This type of material, it stretches. So I have the biggest phone that's available. Your phone will fit in there. You can fit something else in there with it as well. And yeah, I personally am someone, if you've never tried a running belt, you have on the backside some silicone detail as well as like a little Velcro strap, and that just kind of helps it stay in place, which is nice because I've bought other run belts that I'll put them in place how I want them, like this, and I'll be running and then all of a sudden it's like over to my side. That shit drives me nuts. That's the stuff that ruins a run for me. I can't be fussing around with anything when I am running. Okay, I need it to all stay in place, not move around, not fuss with it. Running's hard enough. I don't need other shit making it harder. This stays in place perfect. I wear mine lower. Some people wear it up high. I don't recommend that. This doesn't work well on skin. You need this to be over clothing, all right? Nubre, performance fabric, it doesn't matter what it is. I wear it low. I wear it down right here where my hip bone is. That's where I like to wear it and keep it in place. Everyone's a little bit different. I think that's what works best. In these run belts, I usually keep it on the backside for me. And I wore this for nearly 27 miles in Boston with my phone in there and a goo, and nearly forgot I had it on my person because that is how locked in it stayed, how nicely it laid on my back. This felt better than a spy belt. I was running Boston, seeing so many people's belts, and I had bought a really expensive belt prior to Boston. And I'm so glad Buffbunny gave this one to me because it's so much better than the one I would have worn. The one I would have worn kept riding up like this on me. So I'd be running and it would just ride and ride and ride. This one stays in place. So I was so impressed with it. So thrilled. Marathon approved. Do I need more belts? No. But I don't have any in cute colors, and I love that it's coming in the red salsa and the pink gingham. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be grabbing another running belt to have on backup. I love that we're getting more running specific items, and this, yeah, it just meets my need. 100% recommend it. Dude, I marathon tested this for you guys. It's good. It is good. I am really picky when I test the running types of pieces that the team send to me. I am very picky. There's not a lot I like. This one is a yes. It's a yes from me. It's perfect. And if you don't run, but you want to be hands-free, you put your keys in there, your phone in there, and you're good. So if you don't want like the belt bag, or you don't want something bulky, it's so nice. You could use it for a theme park day too. There's a lot of other different functions to have a cute belt like this. I always keep one too in my car, just in case I drive somewhere to go for a run, which I do a lot, and forget to bring, like, sometimes I run in a vest, but like for Boston, that wasn't allowed. I had to have a belt. So I like to keep these in different places. So I always have something on me to run hands-free. A lot of people run holding their phone. I used to do that too. Guess what? It incredibly slowed down my pace, believe it or not. As much as I didn't understand how it would, huge difference in my pace when I started running hands-free. And I think it's a lot better than having it on your arm. A vest is fine too, but I know I'm getting into the weeds with it. I feel very strongly about the belt bag. Highly recommend. Next up, we have the Ultimate Pocket Duffel. This is launched one other time. I believe it was around Christmas time. I don't know why. I can't keep track of the launches and when stuff comes out and all the names anymore. I need more creatine. I think my cognition's going. I don't know. Who am I? I had to have this, the Ultimate Pocket Duffel. She's coming in the pink gingham as well as the salsa red color. There are different levels of bags that Buffbunny Collection sells. They've got different levels of price points and what the bag contains. This one is one of their more high-end bags. She is more of an investment piece with the cost of this, but it is the most well-designed bag, and this is my preferred bag from the team. I have the other one in cold brew. When it launched before, they have made some updates to it based on feedback from everyone. So a couple concerns came out about the hardware that was used on it. I believe was one thing that was updated. Yes, they updated to more durable hardware because there were some customer complaints with hardware breaking zippers and things like that. So that's been updated. Wasn't my experience, but yes, customers did have that experience. As well, straps are stitched permanently on the side to create a pocket. So that was another concern. This front pocket here previously, it wasn't stitched down. So you really couldn't use this pocket to put anything in there because it could have fallen out the sides. Now it's stitched down, it's in place, nothing's going anywhere. A lot of details on this. I want to do a speed review. Please let me know down in the comments if you want me to post an IG reel of everything I can fit in my bag. You can get a lot in here. I'd love to show you, but only if it's needed. Let me know down in the comments. You have 2 pockets over on the side. I love that they have that elastic in there, so it's stretchy. You could throw your drink in there. I can put my Ghost shaker cup in there if I'm walking into the gym, my big old hairbrush in there. Whatever you need, you can put in there, okay? I showed you the pocket on the front. The other pocket on the back is the one that is intended for a couple purposes. You could fit a yoga mat through there, or you can unzip it on the bottom, and this becomes your duffel to bring with you traveling. You know, you can slide it over your luggage. You have the access to like slide it on your luggage, so you can just drag your luggage with this resting inside of it. If you don't want to use that, you can zip that up, Velcro it up, and then use those as little pockets. You have a shoulder strap, and or you have these straps right here that you can connect together. You also have another mesh pocket over on this side and a zipper pouch, which when you open up that zipper pouch, I don't know why I keep trying to do this when Jason did all the footage of it already. I'm like trying to like do my little T-Rex arms in there. So we're going to stop that. It's the roller bag strap. That's the technical name. Really cool feature on the top. I forgot to mention with that zipper, you have like a little lock feature with it. On that side pouch there, you can open that up. You could use that to put your sneakers into so it doesn't like get all your clothes or whatever else is in there dirty, or you could put your dirty gym clothes in there. It's a little separate pouch that you can utilize. Or if you don't want to utilize it on the inside, you can just keep that snapped closed so you have more room on the inside of the bag. When you open up the bag, it's zippers galore. It's like a whole world of zippers. Everything has big old zipper pouches, so you can really put everything you need to in its own pockets. In addition, you have all the space of the inside of this bag. What I love about this one compared to like the everyday gym duffel, I think it's called, it is considerably cheaper. But what I like about this one is the structure it has to it, which yes, you're paying for that. But this has that built-in structure. It's not all flimsy. It's not just like doing this when you toss it on the floor. It's staying like this, all structured, all pretty and put together. I don't know why that's important, but to me it is because I feel like you can pack more in there. And if you're someone that like goes to the gym before work, or you're traveling and you want to keep things well maintained on the inside of your bag, I just feel like everything stays a bit more organized. So this will definitely be my new travel bag. You do have the little feet on the bottom of the bag here. This one will work for you too as a carry-on. This one is going to be carry-on approved with the sizing. I mean, I guess you always have to check what airline you're on, but she'll certainly fit right underneath a seat in front of you or in the overhead. So I'm excited to take my next trip and wear my girly little duffel bag to go with it. Like I said, this is a little bit more of an investment, but this is a great weekend bag, travel bag, carry-on bag, gym bag. It's kind of the middle of the line with the bags that are offered. It's not the biggest one. It's not the bulkiest one, but it does fit a heck of a lot more. All the pockets in there to me just make things so much more organized, and there's a function behind all of them that you can tell. It was just very well thought out, very well designed. Like I said, you do have the 2 colors in this. More of an investment, but you can grab it and get 10% off with code Kara. I'm sorry if I'm touching my hair a lot in this video. I know I touch my hair a lot anyways. It's just a thing I do, but I got my weave taken out. So this is my first review without my weave, and I'm like, where is all my hair? Still getting used to it. All right, let's talk about the few things that I did not receive real quick. Actually, wait, one more thing I did purchase. I didn't realize at first, when I did my PR package and I had to go back in and buy them, they have the 3-pack half crew stripe sock. We haven't had a half crew in forever. I feel like we always have the big old long crew socks or the scrunch socks. And with my short legs, I actually prefer like a quarter size sock. The mid I will take. These are so much better for my short legs. These remind me of the socks that came out with the Naked collection. They had like 1 pair in Stardust, and I wear them all the time. And I feel like no one remembers them because it was a one-time deal, but they were very similar to this. It was like a mini crew sock, and these are my favorite ones that they do. This gives me like 70s collection vibes, if you remember from that launch, but the colors that they came out with all pair really nicely. I have the red and pink ones too, mix and match with the collection really well. But if you just like a little crew sock, you can get a 3-pack. All 3 come together. I bought them $20 full price because I needed them and I like these kinds of socks. So that's another option for you. The bottom of them, I just feel like they're so comfortable. The scrunch socks for me sometimes are too slippery and they're too big for me. I'm a 6.5, 7, and the extra small do fit me perfect. So those are the crew socks. That's everything I did receive. Items I did not receive. We have really cool, I may have to grab this. I think I'm going to have to try this out. They have a water bottle sleeve. So it's meant for you to be like hands-free again. You can put your hydro jug in it, I believe, and has different zipper pockets on it to put your cards in it, your keys in it. And then it's got a little shoulder strap for you. So you could just head into the gym and have everything you need. Also, if you're like me, I drop something every 5 minutes. Water bottle, my phone, you name it. So if my water bottle could be in a shoulder bag that I could hold, I might still drop it, but the odds are going to be decreased. So I may need to test that out for science. That's going to be available, tune of $36. So 10% off with my code. Yeah, I think I'll try that out. There's one other pump cover. It's called the Story Short Sleeve Tee. It's just a different design on the front. It's not that embroidered. It's just got a logo on it with the 2 tennis rackets. It's coming in pink sugar. The other items I didn't receive for obvious reasons. There was a mommy and me component in here. So you have the option of that cloud sweatshirt and shorts to get those in the mini version. So it's called the mini cloud short. And then you also have the mini cloud pullover coming in the same color. So if you have a little at home, girl or boy, I feel like a boy could wear red, right? Salsa red. There's pink sugar or salsa red. You have options for extra, extra small, which is an 18, to an extra, extra large, which is a 14, if I'm reading that correctly. I'm the last person to ask about kids sizing, so that part I can't help you with. I really can't. So sorry. I do hope we get a Buff Pups 2.0. Because my dogs do love their cloud sweatshirts. But those 2 pieces you could grab for your little at home. So what else? Was there something else I didn't get? Oh, we also do have Nubre Scrunchies. And we have them coming in 3, 6, 9 colorways, including the 2 gingham prints. So I'm team Poshnut Scrunchie. I feel like they're just more doable, especially now that my hair is considerably thinner. I don't think the Nubre would work for me. But friends, that is everything within this collection. I did get most of everything between PR and just spending my own money to be able to do a nice thorough review. So for those of you who were still interested in the pieces, I hope this gave you a good overview. I do want to hit on my top picks, my must-have picks from this launch. I fell in love with the pink gingham. So you do have the pink gingham coming in the Ivy Wrap bra, the Legacy shorts 4 and 6 inches, the Geo Sports Bra, and the Ultimate Duffel bag. So I'm just in general pink gingham. Grab something in pink gingham. I personally am obsessed with the outfit of the Ivy Wrap along with the 4-inch Legacy shorts. Those are top picks for me. The other top picks I have are the Story Sports Bra. I love that sports bra. I do want to grab a couple more colors in that because I just love the fabric being airbrush. I love the look of it. I love the feel of it. I love how it performs. I love the contrast Dream Heather leggings. They're so flattering. I do like the Legacy Pocket leggings too. Those are a great legging. So either one you're good with. They're two very different types of leggings. The Dream Heather ones, though, I find more flattering on my body. The Legacy Pocket, I feel like I might grab those more though, because they're just more basic with the pockets. I do like the Rosa shorts. I don't love the changes they made to them, but I do like that we have the option of them. I wouldn't like tell you not to buy them. They're just not, I don't love them as much as I used to. Other favorite, I do really like the pump cover tee, but what trumps that is the Nimbus Rib Tee. I really love those. I'm definitely grabbing more colors of those. And this is niche, but if you do need a duffel and you like pink gingham or you like red salsa, that bag is excellent. Again, only if you have a need for it and you're like in the department, you've been searching for a really good gym bag or a weekend bag, I would definitely recommend that one. I think they're even still available on the website in other colors. So I think I'm going to say those are all my top picks, but of course I have to add in there the running belt. So not too crazy, right? I love the running belt too. Oh wait, but I do love the dress. I like the dress a lot too. So if you need a dress, that dress I think is really flattering. I think it flatters me more than Bend and Snap, but the fabric is a little bit warmer. So just keep that in mind for what climate you live in and what you would wear it for. All right, friends, I think that is going to wrap up everything for this June collection. Again, this collection is launching on June 14th, 2 p.m. EST or 1 p.m. CST, depending on your location. I am still going to do a live 2.5 hours before launch happens just to rally some positivity within the community. Grab a drink, grab a snack. Let's have lunch together. Let's chat these pieces if you have questions on them, and just kind of unite. It's been a weird week. I've never been so conflicted or nervous to put out a review video in my life. So I hope y'all understand why I did still choose to review this collection. And if you do choose to shop it, supporting me in this launch means the world. Using that code Kara does get you that 10% off. And I can't say it enough. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Let's continue to grow together, empower one another. And that's going to be it for this one, friends. Hopefully, I'll see y'all over on the live.